Hey, if you're trying to save money and you want some tips and strategies that's going to help you save money now, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Hope. Welcome to Frugal Friday Tips. And you notice there's somebody here that isn't usually here on Frugal Fridays. Larry actually saw me getting my notes ready for this Frugal Friday. He goes, "This is like a way cool topic. Can I come on with you?" So I said, "Well, yeah, come on." So look, if you guys appreciate seeing Larry hanging out with me on a Friday, give him some love in the comments, will you? So he knows that y'all appreciate him being here on a Frugal Friday.
Do I get an extra biscuit or something for coming on?
No. Hey, if this is your first time hanging out with us on a Friday, let us tell you a little bit about who we are. I'm Hope.
And I'm Larry.
From Under the Median. We raised our 4 sons debt-free on an income which was consistently under the U.S. national average income. So we're super good and super excited, actually, about saving you money and teaching you to live frugally, but do it with a spirit of joy and abundance on that shoestring budget. All right, so 5 easy changes. These are things you can do today that will save you money tomorrow, all right? Because we want fast results in this saving money game, all right? The first thing they can do is?
Well, it's a good idea to maybe take an inventory of these things. Cancel memberships that you're not using. This could include gym memberships. It could include fancy food products. It could include cable TV and Netflix, and might even include book clubs. And I might even go further than that. If maybe you're subscribed to a newspaper or magazine that you're really not reading, get rid of it.
You guys, I went to Amazon. And I thought plugged in something in Amazon like memberships or periodic memberships. There were 200 of them.
Wow.
You can get a membership to nearly anything that you want a membership to. Seriously, there's baby products, there's food products, there's hair care products, there's all kinds of products that you can get a membership to. Now, are we saying those memberships are evil? No, we're not saying that. It's up to you to decide when, where, and how you're going to spend your money. And this is not about deprivation. No, but what we are telling you is how many of us subscribe to those things and think, I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then you don't use it and you don't do it. So if that's what you're looking at, when you look at your expenses every month, you're seeing 4 or 5 things, you're like, well, I'm just not getting the good out of this. Then cut it off. It's okay to do that.
Sometimes they'll offer a free membership for 30 days. Now, Amazon Prime does this, and we accidentally signed up for it one time. I was trying to get the free shipping on an item, and I clicked that link, and here we were. We got Amazon for 30 days. Hope. I had no idea all about it.
It happened to be when we were talking to you all on the program every week about whether we were going to stay invested in Netflix or not. And we're we're going to try some other things. And he said, I accidentally subscribed to Amazon Prime. And I said, well, I guess we get to try it and we can report back to them whether we liked it or not.
And let me say this. We wrote on our calendar when the 30 days was going to be up. So we tracked it. We actually got off of it because we didn't find it to be a great advantage. Most of the items that offer free shipping, especially after you spent $25 on Amazon, I didn't see any advantage for having the Prime membership. Yeah. Plus, we didn't like the TV shows that were offered. A lot of them were paid. You had to pay more money to rent a show for $3 or $4. And I'm like, this isn't saving us anything.
So unless we're missing something. If we missed something, y'all tell us, because we didn't think it was that great. But anyway, so the long and short of it is we wrote on our calendar. So
track it.
Right, track it. Put a notification on your phone and tell it to send you a beep, beep, beep. And you'll go, oh, what's that for? Oh, yeah, I need to unsubscribe to that membership. So there's nothing wrong with trying for something for 30 days, especially if you're really interested in it. But make sure if you know your budget can't handle it and you're not going to keep it, that you make sure that you unsubscribe to it before that 30 days is up. So the next thing they can do is?
You can do a swap. How about trading out a bad habit for a good habit? Now, let's take the first example,
All right.
Going out to eat. instead of going out to eat, why not go out for a picnic? You're still going out, and it's still a very pleasurable experience, but it'll cost you a lot less.
Now, we did this for years. For years, we just could not afford to go out to eat when the kids were young, and we had Friday night picnics. And every Friday night, we would haul whatever I made up to this park that overlooked the Illinois River, and it was beautiful, and it was an amazing experience, and the kids loved it. So, but let us mention that if you're one of those people that you're like, no, I really still want to go out to eat, we're totally down on that. If you're going out to eat once a month, that's not a problem. And if you want to save money on going out to eat, we actually just dropped a video on saving money on going out to eat. So we're going to link that right above there and in the description of this video. So if you want our top 20 tips on frugally eating out, then you can watch that video after you're done with this one. So what other kinds of swaps are we talking about?
Well, you know, this used to be really popular in the 60s. I remember doing this. Our downtown had a beautiful window area in most of the stores that people would walk by and do what they would call window shopping. And the stores would lay out maybe some of their special deals or things that they were promoting at the time. And a window shopping experience usually turned into a shopping experience.
Well, that was the whole idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this whole idea of this coined term, window shopping, guys, back in the 60s, it was literally that.
Oh, yeah.
It was window shopping because all the stores on the main street had big windows where they would put merchandise. But let's be honest, okay? Let's just be honest here for a minute. Window shopping in the 2000s means physically going into the store. It doesn't mean looking through a window and seeing a limited variety of things. No, it means going into the store, or more importantly, it means like just clicking aimlessly through Wayfair online.
Or Amazon, or
Amazon.
any online thing. And it doesn't take very long before I'll find something that,
Yes.
oh, wow, I need that. I really need that. And it doesn't take much to justify a purchase. So rather than doing the window shopping, just go outside and take a walk. You know, go out to your forest preserve, or maybe you have a nature trail or a park, local park. But just take a walk. That way you're getting some exercise and you're not spending any money.
Yeah, there you go. So here's another idea. Back to restaurants. You got your restaurant favorites, right? And you just want to experience those restaurant favorites at home. Best way to do that, Google the name of that dish at your favorite restaurant, and then followed up with the words knockoff version. You're going to find 50 people who have created that exact thing in their own home kitchen for a whole lot less money. And if you want it to be really, really fun, grab your kids and say, hey, we're going to make our own version of XYZ, and we're going to do it at home together tonight. And then the whole family gets involved, and it's like a way cool, fun thing to do, almost more fun than going to the restaurant and waiting around while your kids color those, those like activity pads they give them to try to keep them busy. And you're like, oh, honey, they start getting fussy, and you're like, let's look at this. Let's color this now. It's funner at home. I'm just saying.
We had a local restaurant. It was a high-end restaurant that made the most awesome cinnamon rolls. It was Jumer Castle Lodge. We actually spent our honeymoon there. And online, there is now a lot of places that have the recipe for those cinnamon rolls, and our Jumers went out of business in our local town here. But that became a very famous item that people would make at home because it was so special.
Google it. Jumer's cinnamon rolls.
Oh, yeah.
You will not be sorry. I'm just saying. Although I don't make them now because I think they have copious amounts of butter in them, and we don't eat those things now. But Google it because they're ooey gooey delicious.
No,
I'm just saying.
They're good. They're really good. Yeah.
Okay, so here's another swapping out of a bad habit for a good habit. All right. So let's say that you're paying for cable. What's a good habit, like a frugal habit? We won't say good and bad.
Let me just say this first. We've never had to get out of this habit. In all of our married years, and we're going on 33, we have never paid for cable. We've never had cable. Now, I had it before we got married, and I didn't really miss it all that much. We had a pretty good video library built up by then. But there are other alternatives to paying for TV. And one of them is, of course, YouTube. Lots of free videos on YouTube.
Binge our videos.
There's a great there's a great video channel called Under the Median, and I'm telling you, they've got a lot of good stuff on there to help you save money. But seriously, another one is Tubi. Is that Tubi or not Tubi?
It's Tubi.
It's Tubi?
Yep.
What's that? What is it?
We
Tubi?
actually have it. You don't even know this.
We have Tubi?
We do.
We have Tubi.
We haven't, so we're trying out.
I guess that's right. We haven't used it in months.
We're trying out some free services,
Yeah.
and we're not watching much TV. So I guess we need to watch some more TV so that we can try this out. So tell them how it works.
No, I'm busy.
So,
I'm busy watching YouTube to try to see how we can upgrade our equipment.
there are a couple of like low money ones. Hulu and Sling TV. So those won't cost you very much money per month, certainly far less than cable.
And if you know some others, give us some suggestions on what you watch. Put those in the comments.
Okay, what if we have people who really, really like to buy books?
Well, I don't have a problem with buying books.
I know, it said no, he has no problem buying books, all right?
Well, there's ways to buy books without paying full price by buying used, of course. But if you don't even want to do that, use your local library. It's a wonderful resource. There are an amazing amount of books that they get in, and they change their inventory. They try to keep it up to date, it is a great resource. And I think in some ways they're a little underused these days.
Yeah. So those are examples of how to swap out a bad habit for a good habit. And I hate using those words good and bad. We should say a more expensive habit for a more frugal habit. I like that better. I like to make it positive. All right, number 3. This is the next change that you can make that is going to help you save money now.
As your income increases, it's easy to experience what is called lifestyle creep. Ooh, what's a lifestyle creep?
Well, that's when you're living frugally, and then all of a sudden you start getting a little raise and a little raise and a little raise. So rather than saving that money or planning to do something with it in the future, you go, oh, look, extra money, and you spend a little, spend a little, spend a little. So you're actually saving the same percentage of your income as you were before you got those raises. So as your income goes up, just keep that same frugality mindset and you will save more money and have more toward future goals and avoid lifestyle creep.
Now, of course, inflation or other changes will affect how much you can do that. Sometimes the income that we're making extra is just keeping up. Hopefully it's keeping up with inflation. So if that's the case, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. But if you're working a second job or pulling in some extra income, maybe it's good to put a little bit of that away for a rainy day.
Okay, the 4th change that you can make to save more money now is...
stop shopping because you are...
We're going to fill in that blank for you.
Because you are...
Because you are bored.
Oh, boredom, yeah.
Because you are...
depressed.
Because you are unmotivated. Or because you are...
feeling spiteful. Wow, how does that work?
All right. So let's talk about bored. A lot of times we just shop because,
there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do.
Absolutely nothing else to do but
Find
shop.
something else to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just depressed about being stuck where you are. Well, we got sad news for you. If you can't pay your bills and you shop to sort of fill in that gap, then it's just going to make it even worse.
Yeah.
And if you're unmotivated, feeling like you're stuck in life and you shop to fill that void, it's going to be even worse when you get done. Feeling spiteful. We have had couples come to us and say, would you help us learn to budget? And our answer is, of course, yes, we will. And we had a couple that were just spending money to sort of supersede what the other one was doing. So one would go buy a guitar. So the other one would go buy a new dress. And because that one person in the relationship bought a dress, then the other person would decide they needed to buy something else. And this went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And they were spending not because they wanted to buy something or needed something, but because they were trying to one-up their partner who in their mind was spending money they shouldn't be spending. So y'all, learn to work together as a team. All right. And the 5th thing that you can do, the 5th change that you can make that is going to impact your finances immediately is to...
automate your savings. Now, in my situation with my paycheck, I have it deposited in our savings account. So I actually never see the paycheck. It just automatically goes in there.
What you don't see, you won't spend. It's true. If your paycheck automatically is put into your savings account, statistically, you spend less money because it's not in your hot little hand ready to spend. So automate everything that you can automate, not only with your paycheck, but here's another great way to do it. If you belong to a credit union, now banks vary and credit unions vary. So let me say that up front. But a lot of credit unions will allow you to have as many accounts underneath of one name as you want to. So let's say that you want to make sure that you are setting a certain amount aside for your property taxes every month. You can have a savings account that is your property tax savings account. And you can automatically put a certain amount of your paycheck into that account every month. Sometimes you can set it up online. Let's say you make $2,000 a month. The credit union will do all of the divvying up for you because all they do is push a button and then it populates the various areas and the various accounts. Now, if they don't do that, look into whether on your online banking you can see all of the accounts. On ours, you can't. Now, I'll tell you frankly, we don't have that many accounts because we just keep everything mostly together in one bank account. And we have it divided up on our ledger sheets. But if you feel like you need to have separate accounts, then we can see all of our accounts like all on one field when we go into our online banking, and we can seamlessly transfer money between our main account and our other sub accounts. So you may have to actually go in once a month and just push your own buttons and manually populate the various accounts with how much money you want to go into those accounts. But doing that is really helpful for a couple of reasons. Number one, it makes sure that you're reaching those savings goals every month, because you'll know if it's not in my main account, it's not there to spend, right? Because you're not going to touch those other accounts. And secondly, it makes it so that you can see your progress on those accounts super easy. If you know you need $3,500 for your house taxes every year, you can look and make sure that that's going up at the appropriate rate. So easy to make sure that you're reaching goals by doing that. Yeah. So automate it if you can. And these were 5 changes that you can make today that will help you improve your finances tomorrow. These are changes that will immediately impact your savings rate. Hey, if you know any more ways that will immediately make a difference in how much money you are saving and how you're meeting your goals, then leave those thoughts and comments in the comment section of this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and on Frugal Friday, we will be back next week with another 5 ways that you can change your finances and make a difference immediately in your savings goals. Join us then. But because they were trying to one-up their partner who in their mind was spending money they shouldn't be spending. So y'all, learn to work together as a
couple.
That's right.
Team. Pair.
You want to try that again?
Team. Couple?
Yeah, team.
Cup team?
All right, so look forward.
We're gonna.
So y'all, learn to work together as a
couple.
Team.
Sorry. You don't have it in the notes here.
Well, can't be hard to remember the word team. All right.
Should we do that again?
So y'all, learn to work together as a
team.
Would you let me finish the sentence? Jeez. All right. So y'all, done?
I'm done laughing.
Look, the battery bar's coming on. Let's finish this up.
No, it's full. It's good. I just charged it.
So y'all, learn to work together as a
team. Timing is everything.